What if I told you that one of my most successful clients closed a $2 million deal and stayed on track with his health and fitness while having 4 different client dinners in 1 week? Well, that's what actually happened. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how that was even possible and how you can take this framework and apply it to your life if you find yourself going out to eat with your clients or with your colleagues very frequently. If you don't know who I am already, my name is Zach. I was trained as a biochemist. I have experience maintaining my health and fitness while traveling through 20 plus different countries. And now I've helped over 100 traveling executives do the same. If you're watching this video thinking, well, I don't want to be weird. I don't want to be that one man or woman who's just like, eating that grilled chicken and not drinking at all while I'm at this dinner, don't fear, because I get it. I have been there. I know what it feels like. And a lot of my clients have been in that same boat. And there is a process that you can use to actually be able to show up to these dinners, make the most out of each opportunity, and two, to still be able to build rapport with them while getting the nutrition your body needs to hit the health and fitness goals you have for yourself. Today, you're gonna get my exact system for maintaining fitness progress through heavy client dinner weeks. You'll learn how to optimize any business dinner at any restaurant, even with a fixed menu. Because the reality is you can't miss the client dinners because that would be missed opportunities, but you also don't wanna keep derailing your progress every single time that you have one of these dinners come up. So let's go into how we actually fix this. This video is gonna have 4 different parts. We're gonna start with the mindset I want you to have going into a client dinner. Then we're gonna go into pre-dinner protocols. How do you actually navigate prepping for the dinner? Then we're gonna go into number 3, which is when you're actually at the dinner, how to order, how to navigate the menu. And 4, finally, we're gonna go into alcohol, how to utilize that, how to still be part of the experience without derailing your fitness goals entirely. So part 1 is mindset. And this is the real reason that a lot of traveling executives fail with staying consistent when they have client dinners. And it's because they have the mindset of, this is a special treat, I'm gonna splurge this time. The challenge is, if you're watching this video, you probably have said that to yourself one too many times. And the reality is you have so many client dinners coming up that you can't just keep telling yourself, oh, I'll just blow it on this one, and then the next one I'll dial it in. It's like, if you're having multiple client dinners a month, or sometimes multiple client dinners a week, you can't afford to think that way. So instead, we need to reframe it to, how do I be present here, but also give myself some boundaries and some guidelines? Because the other mindset trap a lot of people fall into is a restriction mindset of like, well, it's either all or nothing, of like, either I'm fully dialed in, I'm fully locked in, I'm only eating grilled chicken, broccoli, and rice off the menu, nothing else. And if they don't have it, then I'm just gonna starve. Or like, I'm just completely off the rails and I'm doing whatever I want, eating whatever I want, drinking whatever I want. And like, there's no balance, right? So what we need is that middle ground where you don't have full restriction, where it's like, okay, I can't, like, I'm not allowed to eat anything, like, right, I can't touch a carb, I can't have a French fry. We don't want that restrictive thinking, but we also don't want the just completely loose, do whatever, I don't care, it doesn't matter. We need to have that middle ground, and that's what I hope to teach you in this video today. Section 2 is the pre-intelligence gathering phase. So this is what I like to think of as like the prep work for the client dinner itself. You do prep work before you meet with clients. You should also be doing prep work for your health and fitness before you go out to eat somewhere. What does this look like? Literally pulling up the restaurant menu online, taking a look at what their options are, making a game plan based on what they have, so you already show up with an idea in mind of what you're probably going to order. The other thing that I want you to do in this pre-intelligence gathering phase is, if you're going to a restaurant that you know has great lean, high protein options, lots of veggies, great. That means the rest of your day, you can just do what you normally do. But if you're going to a restaurant that has a fixed menu, doesn't have as many high protein, lower fat, lower carb options, now you need to get creative with what you're doing the rest of the day and actually pre-plan the rest of your day as well. So if you're going out to a big dinner, you know that it's gonna be like 1,000, maybe even 1,200, 1,500 calories of predominantly carbs and fats, then earlier in the day, you wanna actually front load your protein and keep your carbs and fats relatively low. What this is gonna allow you to do is then show up to that meal and still hit your macro targets for the whole day as a whole, while being consistent. That leads us to phase 3, which is now you're actually at the dinner. What do you order from the menu? How do you navigate that? We go through it with a tiered list, and below this, I'm gonna link a free resource I made going through exactly how to navigate the different options on a menu. But essentially what you wanna look for is the leanest, highest protein options, right? Common ones, chicken, fish, beef, if you can get leaner cuts, some lean cuts of pork, and shrimp is also a phenomenal protein source. If you're not eating shrimp already and you do like seafood, I would recommend you eat shrimp. The second thing you want to do is you don't want to go for things that are fried. You want to try to go for things that are grilled as much as possible. And the third thing is you want to reduce the amount of oil you're consuming. Oil is very calorically dense, and so the less oil and sauces you consume, the less calories you'll be eating, which will help you stay in a caloric deficit and lose weight if that is your goal. Another thing here with your order itself is how to order without drawing too much attention. If you don't want that, because I know that a lot of my clients have shared like, oh, I don't want to be like that guy. And I want to be able to order in a way that's very like classy and sophisticated, doesn't draw too much attention to me and make me like, being like the brat or whatever, but still gets me what I need. And so a quick way that you can do this is to just kind of flag down the waiter typically when they're giving out drinks or anything like that before anybody's actually placing their orders. You just kind of whisper to them, be like, hey, with this menu, can I actually have like my veggies not cooked in oil, maybe just have them steamed instead? You just kind of say that casually on the side. It works a lot better than, when the whole table is listening in. It's like, what are you gonna get? What are you doing? Oh, you're changing this. Why are you doing that? Why are you making this, right? If you want to avoid that. I also have some clients that proudly own that and want to, being the center of attention in that way, and have other people ask them like, why'd you order? I didn't know you could order that. Like, why are you doing that, right? So kind of depends like what type of person you are and how you want to navigate that situation. But a big thing with menus and with restaurants, especially if you're going to a nice place, chances are they're going to accommodate what you ask them for, right? If you say, hey, can I get a little bit less oil? Or hey, is this cooked in butter? Can I have it cooked in olive oil instead? Like different like things like that. A lot of times they will accommodate those types of requests. Social wise, there's two things that we deal with socially as well when it comes to actually navigating eating out. There's one thing that I call food pushers, and there's two, which is alcohol minimization techniques. So what you want to do when you're navigating these social situations, there are going to be those food pushers who are like, oh, like here, try this, have this, have that. And the easiest way to turn that off is to just be like, I'm full. I'm full. No, I'm good. Oh, you have to try it, but it's so good. It's like, come on, just like have a little bit. No, it's okay. I'm full. If it's an appetizer and you're not full yet, that makes it a little bit more complicated. But a quick thing you can say is, I'm good on that one for right now. And when you say for right now, that means maybe later I'll have it. Will you have it later? Probably not. But just adding that one little piece of like, I'm good for right now. Could even be like, I'm waiting for my main course right now, then I'll have some. With alcohol, a great way to minimize this is to simply just drink slowly. If you have something in your cup, it's very unlikely somebody's going to give you more. So if you just take very small sips, drink it very slowly, don't touch your drink as often as everybody else, you will be able to minimize the amount that you're intaking. All right, the final piece is alcohol. So let's dive deep into alcohol itself. There is no need to completely cut out alcohol from your diet to still see great health and fitness results. In fact, one of my clients, Paul, I'll put his transformation on the screen, drinks multiple times a week. But when I say multiple times a week, I don't mean like a ton of drinks, right? Maybe like 1 or 2 beers, or maybe a glass of wine 2 to 3 times a week, and he's still been able to see phenomenal results. So the reality is you don't need to completely cut out alcohol to see results. You just need to manage the amount of alcohol you're consuming. Chances are, if you do drink alcohol regularly, you probably are having 2 to 3 drinks, when in reality, if you just had 1, that would make a big difference in your health and fitness overall. So I'm gonna go over some quick things. Obviously, one thing is just reduce your amount of alcohol consumption, but in addition to that, knowing what to order is also very helpful. And below this video, I'll give you a free resource on exactly what alcoholic drinks you can order that are the lowest in calories, so that you can have something on hand, you can have something to drink, but it's not taking up a lot of your calories for the day. The final piece with alcohol is actually recovery the next day, because a common concern a lot of my clients say is like, oh, if I drank one night, then I'm less likely to want to get up early and go to the gym, right? So a couple things to do with alcohol. Night of, once you go home, hydrate, drink a lot of water, and also get some electrolytes in, okay? When you drink alcohol, it's dehydrating, and so you need to replenish your body with electrolytes. I recommend getting those little packets of liquid IV or something similar. Just throw one of those into a cup of water, stir it up, and chug it before you go to bed. The way that you will feel the next morning will be light years different from the way that you probably wake up today after a current day of drinking. So once again, to summarize those 4 key points being mindset, prep work during the actual dinner, and alcohol. With our mindset, we don't want to have an all or nothing mindset of either I'm perfectly locked in, everything's beautiful and I'm eating exactly what I should, or I'm just completely off the rails. We want to have more of a middle ground where you do have some room for error. 80% of the things that you're having in your diet on a day-to-day basis are in the right ratio of macronutrients, and then 20% is just kind of whatever you want. So when you have that mentality, that's how you build true sustainability. Once again, click on the links below to go through the different resources on how to optimize your order, what exactly to get, how to look at the menu beforehand, and how to navigate alcohol. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, hit the thumbs up button to let me know that it was helpful to you, and comment any questions that you have below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Peace.